Okay, so uh, we're gonna, I'm gonna remind you what you guys need to do for your portfolio. So the first thing you do, uh, if you haven't created your portfolio already, you click on your name in the upper right-hand corner of Schoology. And you have to have it open in a browser. You can't do it on the app. And then on the left over here are your portfolios. So if you don't have a portfolio, you'll click Create New. And then the first page, you give it a title, My Journey Through the Sacraments. I don't know. All right. Then here, you're going to introduce yourself. And then the portfolio. What is your portfolio about? Who are you? Notice it gives you a kind of a strict limit on characters. So if you look at my rubric, it says it should be your bio should be 3 to 6 sentences, and then your explanation of the portfolio should be 3 to 6 sentences. You won't be able to fit all that there, so I'll have to just adjust for that. So then now you can, and you could put a picture of yourself here, like an avatar or something. Upload image. So you just pick an image. You have to have it on your computer, I guess. Update. So there's a picture. Now you're ready to add your artifacts. So you're going to have 5 artifacts or 5 examples of assignments from throughout the semester. So you go to click on this arrow, the downward facing arrow, and then I would do it as a page. So add a page. And so give it a title. So for example, this could be artifact number 1, your baptism video.
This is great.
Mm-hmm.
One of my first artifact that I wanted to do, it actually did it on paper. Did you sign it on paper? What would I do?
So if your artifact isn't digital, there's a couple different options. You could just take a picture of it and then upload the JPEG, or if it's something that's multiple pages, I can scan it for you and send you the PDF. I could do it on the photocopiers. So yeah, if you have a hard copy like the artwork we did for the stained glass windows, take a picture and then you'll stick that in your page. Okay, so baptism video here. Since we're limited, we're just going to put a brief description. So this is from chapter 3, baptism videos. All right. So now down here, the first thing you need to do is introduce the assignment. So introduction. So you need to write 3 to 6 sentences explaining what the assignment was, what was the purpose. And again, pretend like you're writing for someone who hasn't taken the class. They don't understand anything about what's going on. So this assignment was for chapter 3 on the sacrament of baptism. We were assigned to think of a question about baptism and research the answer. Then, as a family, we collaborated to make a video answering the question. My family interviewed teachers. My job was to edit the video. And the purpose of the assignment was to demonstrate. I know some of these words are going to be spelled wrong. To demonstrate that we understood the sacrament of baptism. So there's a little paragraph that makes clear what the assignment was. Now you're going to put your artifact. So it's either going to be a file, a video. So this little doohickey here, the arrow, the little import icon. So if it's like your Padlet, you can import the link. If a student in another period, he was putting in his How to Train Your Dragons or something like that. So, or no, maybe it was his jigsaw. He was putting his jigsaw in there. So he put the PDF in his Google Drive and then was able to import it. If your video is on YouTube, you can just get the link and import it. So I'm going to click image or media because I actually have the video files. And you're going to go attach file and you're going to find it. Documents, sample student work, Sacramento. So here's somebody's video we'll import. It'll be maybe slightly different. You have to do it in your browser, so you're not going to be doing it through the app. So it should look rather similar. I'm not used to using iPads, so I feel way more comfortable doing this on a computer. I think it might be a little easier, so that's something to think about. You might want to do like a lot of it at home if it's easier for you to do it at home. But I'm just old-fashioned. I'm not used to using iPads. So there's our video. You can't see it because you're in editing mode. So if you click preview, it says converting media, so it's not done rendering it yet, but that's where your video is going to show up. So I'm going to go back to edit. Let's see. So the next thing you need to do is you're going to reflect on what you learned from doing the assignment. So first you have to find a learning objective.
And that's listed on every assignment?
It's on the assignments, and I'll show you where I have them on Schoology. So a learning objective and then an ISO. So first, to find your learning objectives, go to Schoology. And then that was from Chapter 3. So if you open the Chapter 3 folder, down here it says Chapter 3 Learning Objectives. So if you look at the objectives, you got to say, okay, how did I meet these objectives? So down here, these apply to that project. Pose questions about the rite of baptism. Research and answer at least one question about the rite of baptism. Collaborate with your family members to create a video, podcast, or song parody that will answer your question. So you need one learning objective. So let's take this one. Research and answer at least one question about baptism. So we're going to copy that. And then we'll put it down here so we know clearly what our objective is. Then you need an ISO. So if you go to Schoology again, and I know you're tired. So I have the ISOs. If you go to the portfolio assignment, that's like a summary. The PDF with all the details is here. I put them here. This is a link, but if you try, it wouldn't let me copy and paste them because it's like, I guess it's JPEG or something. So
you can right click it.
Well, another thing you could do if you open this, and I'll try to make this, I'll fix this so it's easier for you. Wait, what? No. Okay, look. Oh, it's down here. Hang on. What's going on here? Okay. So this is all the instructions in the rubric. If you scroll past the rubric, here I have the ISOs. So for example, obviously each assignment will probably, more than one of these would apply. So for example, technologically prepared, able to synthesize information with technological media. That one would be applicable here because you use your phones, your iPads, editing software, to make your videos. But up here, I think, and try to pick ones you think really fit. Don't try to like pick ones that don't make sense. But I thought this one was really good. Spiritually enriched, knowledge of the Catholic faith, teachings, tradition, and sacraments. That really fits with this. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'll put it back into my portfolio page. So now you're going to write a 3 to 6 sentence paragraph for each of these, and you're sort of like a defense attorney defending the value of your work. How did whatever your artifact is meet these objectives? So for example, research at least one question about the rite of baptism. So you could say, in our baptism video, we asked the question, what was one of the questions you guys asked? Oh, when does baptism take place? We learned through research using whatever you use, your book, the internet, that baptisms typically take place on Sundays, often during or right after Mass. So you've showed that you can answer your question. So you showed how you researched. We researched on the internet. Then you answered it, so we know you know the answer. But then, say a little bit more about what the final product actually looked like. So once we knew the answer, we interviewed, we interviewed teachers and asked them our question. If the teachers didn't know the answer, we corrected them in the video.
And you spelled the answer wrong.
Oh, I know. I know. There's probably more misspellings than that. I'm just trying to type it up real quick. Yeah. So it shows that, so even if they didn't know the answers, you corrected them in the video. Then maybe a final sentence. Ultimately, our video demonstrated that we understood the sacrament of baptism. So, and then you would do the same for the ISO. So that's what you're going to do for each of the 5 artifacts. And as I said, you can use anything you want. If, for example, you did really well on a quiz and you wanted to put like a picture of your written part, yeah, you could screenshot it. If it's closed and you can't get it into it, let me know, and I can either open it for you or I could just take a screenshot and email it to you. If, for example, if something's on paper and you want to put it in there, if it's something that has multiple pages, I can take it to the photocopier and scan it as a PDF, and then you could drop the file in there. Let me show you an example of doing that. So, for example, if you had a file you wanted to put in there, put it in your Google Drive, and then you click on the file. So, whoops, I did that wrong. Qu'est-ce que c'est? All right. No, you got to hit the little box there and then go to import and do import embedded. And now if we go to preview, now you can see you have the file itself, and you can actually scroll through and read the whole thing, so it's embedded. If, for example, like I think you guys did a really good, it was a Padlet, right, on baptism? Didn't you guys do a Padlet on baptism? So these dudes had a really nice Padlet. If you want to do something, if you have like a Padlet, it was you guys, right? I remember your Padlet. So go to your Padlet. So here, for example, go to share, public. Oh, make sure it's public. Share. What? Oh, there we go. Embed. Get your, oh, here, copy. I'm going to copy the embed code. And then I'm going to go back here. And if you go to insert and do, let's try link. What happens when we do that? Padlet. Let's see. Preview. Oh, it just put the link. Let me try something different. Let's see. Let's try media. Go from the web. Put the embed code. Let's see what happens now. Now it's probably going to be embedded. So there it is. Your Padlet's embedded into the page itself, so that whoever's looking at your portfolio can actually look at it, so they can compare your work to your analysis. So the final thing you'll do, you'll have 5 artifacts. Then the final page will be your final reflection. So you're going to write a reflection that reflects on the most important thing you learned the whole semester. Type it up. Then you're going to record yourself giving your final reflection, and put both the typewritten version, so that'd be like your script, and your video in your portfolio, and we're going to present those on the day of finals. Okay, so we have about, we got 2:30, right? So we have about 20 minutes left. So use this time to work on your portfolio. It's not a very hard assignment, but it is a bit time consuming. If you wait till the last minute and do it all at home, I can't help you when you're at home. I can help you when you're here, though. So please be diligent. Use your time wisely. If you need help, let me know. And I recorded this, and then I'll also, if I get the time, make short little ones that just show specifically like shorter things, like how to make the portfolio, how to import stuff like that. So, any questions? Yeah.
Is this the only classroom they're giving us? More time when it the deadline.
Yeah, we'll have at least one day where we'll talk about the final reflection again. But generally, anytime you're done with whatever we're doing in class early, like next time we'll take the test. If you get done before the end of class, start working on your portfolio. Okay? All right, so let me just turn off this screen recording.